Good morning, everyone, and good morning to Ms. Maricel Figueroa. This is Group 5 from 11 STEM Charles Darwin, and we have been assigned to present a persuasive speech, and we have chosen gender equality as our topic. The members of this group are I, Hiro Montañez, will be in charge in the introduction and body C. Mr. Cevree Reboya will be in charge in video editing and body A. Miss Elaine Bagoyo will be in charge in PPT making and body B, and Miss Justine Bobis will be in charge in body C and the conclusion. So, without further ado, let us start this discussion. Gender equality, gender inequality here in the Philippines. Dominance, power, greed, and hunger. Humans crave so much for these to the point that we forget about being humans at all. We go overstepping others' rights just for our own personal interest. It has been this way for so long that we forget that it is not right. It has been infesting our society, and it is about time that it has to stop. Gender is not basis for us to violate the lives of others. It was never a mean to create an unjust system. It is not a ladder to put someone on top and punish someone from below. And it was never a reason for humans to go against each other. It is meant to create balance, peace, and harmony. When are we going to acknowledge this purpose? When are we going to accept the fact that we can't do anything about other people's gender, but to accept it wholeheartedly? Majority of us turn blind eye about this issue just because we are not affected. Let us put ourselves on the victim's shoe and witness how awful it is to live a life of rejection, violence, and hatred.
According to the World Economic Forum's Gender Gap Report of 2021, Philippines is still the best performing country in terms of gender equality. Among 156 countries, Philippines ranked 17th. Even if the Philippines is ranked high in terms of gender equality, it doesn't mean that inequality is absent. In terms of labor force, women need to be more incentivized since only 49.1% of women are in the job market. It is not only the labor force, but there also is the income and wage and other disparities. Many women empowerments are still needed to be empowered in the Philippines, like political participation and representation of women, as well as economic and labor participation. Gender equality is a fundamental human right, and it is supposed to be observed. Statistics are present, but there are still disparities that remains unreported. It has been a concern for so many years. But why is that so? It is just because people chose to be silent about the said issue. Inequality between gender doesn't just involve individuals, but it can also affect an entire economy. So why is gender equality important? Aside from it is a right, it is for economic growth and other countless reasons.
Different treatment on gender based on masculinity and femininity. Gender identity refers to how much people view themselves as masculine or feminine concerning what it means to be a man or woman in society. Certain behaviors or actions may be generally recognized as feminine or masculine in any given society, regardless of whether they are adopted by women or men. A man can engage in what are frequently stereotyped as feminine activities. A woman can also actively engage in what is commonly considered masculine activities. According to gender stereotype theory, males are viewed as more masculine than women, while women are seen as more feminine than men. Historically, those who are more masculine had greater rights and benefits than those feminine people. In addition, feminine persons are regularly mistreated, but that doesn't mean manly persons don't have leverage. Even though we are in the 21st century, there are still records of women being mistreated and criticized for just being who they are. The masculine side of the populations they are viewed as dangerous, violent, and rude, but some men are the exact opposite of the said text. Moreover, men are viewed to do the things that are suitable for them, even though they are more feminine, while women are viewed to be subtle and should only do jobs that are suitable for them, although they can do the other activities that a manly person can do. These days, I can say that gender equality improved. A lot of people now accept the fact of men being feminine and women being masculine. Nowadays, people are accepted in jobs based on their abilities rather than their sexuality. However, it is not generally accepted throughout the country. There are still some cases where it is rejected by other people. Hopefully, improvements will continue to be developed until people are completely aware of the inequality.
A world with peace and acceptance, a world where our future children will foster without the fear of living their lives by being themselves. If we start changing our perspective, prioritizing respect and love within each other, this will not be impossible. After all, what could possibly go wrong with a life when you know that it is founded by love and acceptance?
If people will look at each other equally, we will be more connected. We will recognize each other's point of view and respect each other's capability. With gender equality, we will develop trust with one another and lessen discrimination. It will also give a safer and healthier community. On the other hand, people will have healthy mindset and better well-being. Advocating stop gender inequality will have peace and comfortable world. Let us change our perspectives, our accustomed culture by appreciating potentials. Starting this change within us, loving and respecting everyone will have a better future. As we examine the various dimensions of gender inequality between men and women, my team have concluded that inequality still remains even though we are totally aware and open about this topic. We have observed that we are still in need of progression. On the other hand, if we try to view this matter from the past, we can spot changes. Therefore, let us not normalize gender inequality. Gender equality does not mean eliminating gap between men and women, but rather ensuring that all genders have access to basic human rights and benefits. Every person are capable of doing anything they know they can. If you want change, be the first one to do it. Let us stop comparing and start appreciating each other's capability. Men and women are designed to be partners in everything. So always remember that God made man and woman to be equal. Normalize change, embrace gender equality.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you are moved by the speech that we provided. Have a nice day ahead and God bless.